three-stage dip process. Just taking some water right here straight from the sump for the whole process. And I don't know about y'all's plastic bowls, but mine look identical to the ones we use in the kitchen. So I tend to mark everything that I use for my fish equipment. It's all that on the bottom is permanent marker. You know, when they start to come off from cleaning, I'll reapply. But then I also go to the dollar store, get you some of these dry erase markers. Man, these suckers is magic. You can write on your tank. You can write on the plastic cups here. I mean the plastic bowls, excuse me. But I'm gonna walk you through dipping this Riccardia mushroom I picked up today. Yeah, I was supposed to be taking my lunch break, but I have an addiction, and just like most reef hobbyists, sometimes you come home with things you didn't plan on. So it just happens that way. We all try not to make impulse buys, but I've never had a mushroom, and it's about that time. So all these stands up too I've built myself. Excuse the mess. This one here is mostly my storage. See, we got all kind of supplies down here, extra, all kind of goodies. But for this video, yes, Bear Complete. A lot of people have talked about it. You see different mixed reviews on it, this, that, and the other. But let me tell you something. I've been using this for, I don't know, probably three years now. And I promise you, it is one of the best to removing all pests. But my stage 2 is, yeah, another one. None of these am I being sponsored by. It's just simply what I use when I dip. Basic things you're gonna need: measuring utensils, timer, and since I'm doing a 3-stage this time, I have our 3 bowls, all identical, with 2 cups of tank water. I like to get the water right from the tank when we're getting ready to do this, just for the simple fact that's where the coral is going to go into after this process. So give me just a second. We're going to pull the sucker out of the bag, and then I'll go ahead and show you how we're going to do this. Alright, well, we back. I haven't pulled it out yet. I was trying to get this camera in the best position for y'all to see this. Like I say, I haven't really got to the equipment part of this yet, but let me slide over here. Hopefully y'all can still see this. But I'm going to first mix up our solution. Got my Bear Advanced right here. Complete insect killer. It must be this one right here. I have not used any others. Not responsible for what happens to your coral. Just trying to help you save some money, be efficient. It's things like $9, $10. It's your Home Depot, Lowe's. That's what we got here in San Antonio. Then of course you can see the Revive by Two Little Fishies. Paid $13 from one of my local fish stores. On my Bear Advanced, I use a half of a tablespoon, which is 7.5 milliliters. I believe it's a whole tablespoon for it's actually a third of a cup for every gallon of water is the recipe you would use for this. So since I'm only using 2 cups, make sure you shake it up real good. Been sitting in the cabinet. Like I say, man, all these cabinets and stuff like this, Stubby Nubby's Woodworking Journal. That's who helped me build this stuff, man. I just one day just started looking at a multitude of videos. But we finna dip this coral, so let's pour out 7.5 milliliters right there on into the water. Stir it up a little bit. Get everything moving. And remember, anytime you're working with anything, always put the top on right after you do something. Because anything can have any kind of accident. Use this towel here, that's what it's for. Clean out the excess. Oh yeah, you should probably have on safety gear, gloves, something to protect your eyes. Working with this mushroom, kind of been doing this for a while. Not saying that anything couldn't happen, it's very possible, but we're gonna go ahead and continue this video. Don't judge me. Yes, I know I need a haircut. Now for the Revive, I still have 2 cups of tank water. I'm going to use 5 milliliters. That's a tablespoon of Revive to these 2 cups of tank water. All 3. So now we go ahead and pour our 5 milliliters. Just like that. Same concept. Stir it up a little bit. Get everything moving. Put the cap on. Gotta get the caps on. Because I would sure hate to waste the whole rest of this bottle, which I've had now probably, I don't know, a year. And I got maybe that much left in it. So as you see, I mean, you only make as much water as you're going to dip. There's no need to make a gallon of water if you're dipping 1 coral. This is just fresh tank water, just 2 cups of tank water. And we also going to need some regular RO water, just some fresh, clean RO water, just a little bit there. Just to rinse in between these stages. This is how I do it. Let's get this out of the way. These back where they go. Alright. So now, get everything set up here. We'll go ahead. I just had this mushroom in this tank here. She used to be a frag tank. But as you can see, all the frags have been traded off, sold, and just got some rocks in it. That's what it's serving right now, just a rock. But go ahead and open this up. It's sitting in there now probably 30-45 minutes. I'm doing some other stuff. Just got home from work. If I can get this out of here. I can do it the old-fashioned way, huh? It's alright, well, we got a towel now. Waste a little water. That out. Then I have my timer here set for 15 minutes. Each stage we're doing 15 minutes. So go ahead and set that there. Go ahead and let y'all take a look at that. The cordia mushroom, I don't know how well you can see it right there through the bag. Got a few colors on it. Alright, so we got about another less than 10 seconds. Oh yeah, you're gonna need a turkey baster, but make sure it's one you don't feed with. This one is my quarantine or dip process tank. I mean turkey baster. Just lightly blow. Get our 15 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this out. And with me, in my stages, I rinse. This is regular RO water. It's not going to kill the coral being there for a second. It's just to get the extra dip off. Kind of break it down. Straight into the Revive. Stage 2. 15 more minutes. But like I say, make sure you got your turkey baster. And just gently blow it. Just gently blow it off each stage. It's right here. It's just demonstration purposes. Yes, I know I just had it in the beer and put it in here. This is a dip process. Turkey basted dip syringe. It'll be alright. But let's see if we can look in the bottom of here. It's pretty cloudy. I don't know if it's going to pick it up, but I don't know if you can see that little boy right yonder, which is probably just a bristle worm, but yet still I got enough. Just goes to show you though that there are pests hiding, and it's very possible that a few more could pop out in stage 2, which I've had happen. They just hang on, hang on, hang on, and then finally they'll let go because they just can't take it no more. The bear will paralyze anything with the nervous system. You mess around and catch a pest that doesn't have a nervous system, now you gotta wait for Revive to take its course. But going through that much chemical, a pest will not hang on. The coral will be fine. It really will, trust me. I have yet to lose one behind dipping. Unless, of course, I just left it in there, which hasn't happened to me yet, thank God. But I do know of people who it has happened to. So we're going to wait another 13 minutes and some change. We'll blow it off a few times and we'll be back. Right, here we are, we're about the last 10 seconds on stage 2. Now see, my thing is, when we get to stage 2, I would like to not see any pest, because that helped me feel better knowing that when I do put this in my tank, that I have just about eliminated all chances of anything being on this piece of coil. Now, stage 2, we still rinse. Real quick, little swoosh, fresh RO water, and off into the sub water. Stage 3. Alright, so basically that's it. I mean, you got your first stage, which we got 2 cups of tank water, 7.5 milliliters, which is a half a tablespoon of Bayer, and a correction earlier, this 5 milliliters of Revive with 2 cups of tank water. It's only a teaspoon, not a tablespoon. This is a teaspoon. I'm using 5 milliliters, a teaspoon to 2 cups of tank water. And then we have the third stage, which is just regular tank water, 2 cups. Doesn't have to be 2 cups, doesn't have to stay for the whole 15 minutes. I like to leave it just to give it time to come back in. As you can see, it's already starting to give us some good look where it's opening up. But we don't want it to do that yet because I'm finna pull it back out. And then of course, we're gonna use Aretha's best friend. Go to the dollar store, knock you off some super glue gel. That's it, $1. $1, man. We can do this on a budget. It must be the gel. The liquid, from what I hear, it'll run all over the place. You don't want your fish to get it in their mouth and get stuck to them, but the gel works. I mean, I can show you that this has no problem going onto this piece of lava rock that I already had just sitting, but I'm planning on putting it in this area here just because I want the mushroom to do most of the growing up the rock. And I'm just going to secure his base, but I'm doing this with one hand. My other phone acted like it didn't want to record anymore. Like I say, haven't gotten us a camera yet. We're going to get there, YouTube. We're going to get there. And yes, I'm still on the same 15 minutes, but I'll take this piece, dry it off just a little bit, since my mushroom's snotting on me, and lay it just like that into our super glue. Excuse me, I'm trying to do this with one hand. First time doing it like that. So, get it on there, get it situated. And set it back in the water. The super glue gel will set underwater. It'll take a little bit, but it will set. I like to just keep it, you really want to dry both spots. As you saw, I had the rock sit down. I had already dried it and then very lightly dried off the base, because once that water hits it, it's going to start to skin, it's going to start to cure. But the middle of it is what's still thick and still has time to set while it's underwater. If you do it when it's too wet, it's possible that it does not stick. But for the most part, it will. It should. It should. If not, take it and twist it a little bit just to give it that pressure to grab and hold it for a little bit, especially if it's a heavier piece, and it'll set. But as you can see here, I mean, it's already skinning up. It's not going to fall off. The mushroom's on there. And I'll probably leave it in here, just a few more minutes just to set up and give it time to rinse off and kind of acclimate and get back used to just regular tank conditions.